Shaders was just updated for Minecraft Bedrock Edition, adding something new called volumetric fog and light shafts. That's just a fancy word for saying ray tracing. It has been a hot minute. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Echo, and today we have a brand new beta and preview. This is the version 1.20.60.21. Quite a few things have been updated in today's video. If you are new around here, please consider subscribing to stay updated with everything Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Starting with the bad news, a note was left. Note, this version is not yet available on Android devices and will be published in the coming days. Experimental features, starting with the chiseled copper. Chiseled copper and their variants can now be crafted in the stone cutter with cut copper. So previously, you could use this inside of this, but it only produced these two. It didn't produce this, which is the chiseled copper. Just like Java Edition on Bedrock, copper grates and their variants can now be waterlogged. So you can go ahead and place these all the way down. But we do have a slight problem. Some of them are completely blacked out. Now, let me know in the comment section, for those of you that do have the beta/preview, is this the same for you or is it just me? Anyway, you can actually waterlog these. And you can do it on these, you just don't get to see it, ironically enough. Now, if I remember correctly, though, on Java Edition, if I waterlog this, it doesn't actually spill out. That seems to happen on Minecraft Bedrock Edition. They finally fixed it. Copper grate doesn't turn into waxed copper anymore when being waxed. We have a bug report. It was a pretty cool bug. You could actually duplicate copper. I think you all seen this bug. If you didn't see it from me, you've probably seen it from somewhere else. But yes, you could just do it and it would change block. And just for clarification, if we place down a couple of different ones here and we wax this, they go completely blacked out. So they fixed one bug and another one appeared. Moving on to features and bug fixes, starting with blocks. It said frosted ice blocks no longer leave water in the world when mined with a silk touch tool. Now, am I going crazy? I thought you couldn't actually silk touch this anyway. I'm just going to change my time to midnight here. I'm going to go to /game mode S. If I was to silk touch this, you cannot pick it up. Now, unless it means if I was to do it with this, it doesn't leave water. So if I was to do /give @p and I was to do frosted, for example, as you guys know, when you try and pick this up, it would leave water. So I guess if you are using one of these tools now, it just gets rid of the block as a whole. Water won't spread out like this. Turtle eggs, frog spawn, coral, and coral fan no longer spawn double the particles when mined. Now, we've all experienced this before. If you've ever had a turtle farm, for example, and you've had turtles everywhere and they've hatched or you've picked them up, there's so many particles going on. This is also the same for the likes of these, the same for the coral, the fans, etc. So after a very long time, they finally fixed it. Check this one out. Beehive and bee nest can no longer be silk touched by an enchanted book with silk touch. Why did nobody tell me about this? Apparently, if you are holding a silk touch book and you went ahead and mined this one's completely fine because you can pick this up. But if you did it with a nest, you could actually pick up a bee nest using just the book. I didn't know about this one. Did you? Destroying a bed through the bottom block now properly clears the spawn points. Ice, packed ice, frosted ice, and top snow now send vibrations when mined. So previously, the likes of these did not send any form of signal. There are so many mobs around here. We place this down, /game mode S. Let's just use, we'll use the frosted ice, for example, here. We'll go and use the packed ice. Let's try this one. Okay, as you can see, when this one's mined, blue ice as well, regular ice and blue ice, you can see here. They now send vibrations. Campfires now correctly drops 2 charcoal instead of 4 when destroyed by a player. So this is a reoccurring bug. It used to be like this in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Then they changed it like Java Edition. And then it came back again, and now it's been fixed. Moving on to customizable touch controls. Fixed a bug where the hotbar disappeared if you exited out of the custom touch control screen with a non-touch controller input. Moving on to gameplay. Slabs and stairs should no longer randomly start placing on the bottom when continuously building. We have a bug report. This has been an issue since 2019, and we have a video here, and I think you've all probably experienced this. If you are a creative builder, this has been a nightmare for a very long time. It begins to place it on top, but it goes underneath. So if we just try this for ourselves, and we just do this, as you can see here, it's now working without any problem at all. And this is also the same for these as well. So after a very long time, they finally fixed it. Also, horses, donkeys, and mules now take fall damage when controlled by a player, except for worlds targeting base game versions before 1.20.60. We have a bug report. Here is the bug report. It's been around for 3 years. It's affected all of these versions, including the latest ones. Basically, they recently updated how fall damage works with mobs. This person is a prime example. They jumped off the horse, should take damage, which should be mitigated to you. Sorry, horsey, but we gotta show people what this is like. So when the horse takes damage, you can see you didn't take any damage. Now, if he did die, it would be mitigated to you, and you'd start to take damage as well. But horses, they're no longer indestructible. Moving on to vanilla Java Parity. Nether gold ore can now drop up to 6 gold nuggets, previously 5, when mined with an unenchanted tool, or up to 24 with fortune level 3. Previously, it was 20. So if we change our game mode back to survival here, we've been changing it a lot today. 2 different pickaxes. Let's start with this one. So previously, it would give you up to 5. Now it's up to 6. We managed to get ourselves 2 that time. Let's try it again. Give it a go. This time we managed to get 5. Can we get 6 on this final time? We cannot, but you can get up to 6. And if we do it with Fortune 3, it's up to 24 at one go. That time we managed to get ourselves 15. Let's see what we get here. I got 3. That's quite sad, to be honest. And then we do it again. Come on. That time we got 10. But again, you can get higher numbers. It's just RNG. Same with Lapis. Lapis Lazuli ore can now drop up to 9 Lapis Lazuli. It was previously 8. When mined with an unenchanted tool, or up to 36 with Fortune 3. It was previously 32. So let's give this a go. We'll start with this one. So this one can be up to 8 now, apparently. It was previously... previously 8. It's up to 9 now. Let's see if we can mine this again and get anything better. 5. I haven't actually managed to show you guys a perfect example here. This is just me hoping, I guess. And then with this one, you can get up to 36. Previously, it was 32. Man, I'm looking like quite shy here. There we go. We got 38. We didn't get that many there. And then we got all the way up to 44. Nope, it didn't give me what I was hoping, but that's what the changelog says. Moving on to Graphical. Fixed incorrect block lighting after exiting water with the improved input response option enabled. We have a bug report. I've experienced this problem for quite some time, ever since they introduced the deferred technical preview. If you've had this issue where when you went into water, everything became really bright and the mobs were kind of in the shadows, then yes, that's the thing that they fixed today. Input changes. They fixed the issue that prevented the inventory from being navigated when using only a keyboard on mobile. Fixed the issue that prevented stack splitting from being used when a keyboard in touch mode. User interface. A bug making the technical details button on resource packs not leading to the technical details screen has been fixed. Fixed the beacon UI buttons going outside the window on smaller resolutions. We have a bug report. Now, this has been an ongoing issue. Lucky enough, it's only been since July, not 2019. And as you guys can see here, it's all to do with the UI differences. You can see this one is overlapping here, and it's just not been scaling properly. Items from the inventory have the durability bar adjusted so it matches the one from the hotbar. We have a bug report. So here is the bug reports. Since 2021, in chest, you can kind of just about see it. It's floating durability. This is what it's like when it's in the hotbar. It's normal and it's lowered down. And then it says float and smaller inventory. Adjusted cost text in the Pocket Anvil UI to match the classic version. Music disc name text now has the same color as enchanted items. So if you do have this, you'll see here, the color is slightly bluish where it says music disc. Previously, it was just white. They have also added the first iteration of the new friends drawer feature. And this is going to make life so much easier for seeing when your friends are online, inviting them, and even adding friends. It's just the quality of life feature, which I don't actually have access to right now. Moving on to loading screen. The loading screen now displays 3 categories of tips based on player progression. The deferred technical preview, also known as the Bedrock shaders. Now we have some pretty good changes, and I will do a separate video when I get my hands on a pack with these new features. But listen up, they fixed textures, Z-fighting issues in the deferred technical preview. They added volumetric fog and light shafts to the deferred technical preview. This new feature works by approximating the scattering that occurs as light rays travel through the air. It's like ray tracing, resulting in more realistic fog and a greater sense of scene depth. It also plugs into existing data-driving capabilities in resource packs for fog and volumes, so that creators can customize look and feel of the fog under a variety of conditions. And the pictures you see on screen right now is exactly what this can do. But instead of it being with ray tracing, it is done with the deferred technical preview. Just as a disclaimer, I am using RTX as an example here, but you see this fog, which is actually the lighting, where it is a little bit murky in the sky, but you can see it kind of appearing through the trees. That is basically what texture packs and resource packs for the deferred technical preview are going to be able to do. Here is an even better example. As you can see, as I go into the lights, I'm kind of in this so-called fog effect. It's going to be really impressive. The fact that they can take this from RTX and introduce it to the likes of the deferred technical preview shaders is actually a win-win for Minecraft Bedrock players. This is just the beginning, too. Last but not least, technical updates. Let's read the changelog. So we have changes to add-ons and scripts, AI, API, biomes, components, editor modes, entry filter, general. There is so many changes this week. If you want the changelog, it is down below. Anyway, if you made it this far in today's video, that's awesome. If you could leave a like, I really appreciate it. Make sure you guys leave a comment and just say, hey, Echo, shaders are going to be pretty awesome for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. I'll see you all, maybe tomorrow, for 1.20.50. Hey, you can now book me on Cameo. Link is down below.